Okay, round two. Name something that's not boring.
A laundry? Ooh, a book club. Computer solitaire, huh?
Ah, sorry, we were looking for Chumba Casino. That's right, ChumbaCasino.com has over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
With Lucky Land Slots, you can get lucky just about anywhere.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to... Has anyone seen the bride and groom?
Sorry, we're here. We were getting lucky in the limo and we lost track of time.
No, Lucky Land Casino, with cash prizes that add up quicker than a guest registry.
In that case, I pronounce you lucky.
Play for free at LuckyLandSlots.com. Daily bonuses are waiting. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Hello, folks. This is Who Did You Boycott Today? This is part 3 of re-recording on my Twitter space on the 29th of October, 2023. I'm not going to do much talking on this third part. I'm going to play the rest of the recording. Thank you for listening and have a good day. Because I definitely remember being on Twitter by November. I'm going to go back and look at my DM messages to pinpoint it. Or any of these other things. But we have the perfect thing to get this job done in a very, very fast way. And that's social media. It's right in the palm of our hands. Only thing stopping us now is whether we have the backbone and the spine to do it. It's nothing else standing in our way. It's absolutely nothing else standing in our way. So don't give these lame excuses that everybody is not going to do it. Of course, everybody is not going to do it. But enough people will do it. Enough people will do it. Y'all just don't want to stay off of these social media platforms. They are so important to you that you just keep telling yourself that it's not doable. But you're lying to yourself. You're lying to yourself and you're sacrificing your future, your kids' future, and their kids' future. So let's be crystal clear what's at stake here while you're making these lame excuses. Your future, your child's future, and their kids' future is at stake. So if you're okay with swallowing that and you can sleep like a baby, then knock yourself out. But it's no excuse for why we cannot use these social media platforms to force America to pay that debt. Because we have the power in our hands every time we click on one of these social media apps. We have the power in our hands. We possess the power. I fully understand the power that I have every time I decide to click on one of these social media apps and spend any amount of time on them. Whether I spend 5 minutes or 10 minutes, that's time I cannot get back. That's my power. That's my individual power. And I'm handing it over to Elon Musk every time I'm on his platform. I'm handing it over to whoever that person named. I can't think of him on Facebook, who's the owner. And whoever that person at YouTube and Instagram and LinkedIn and Clubhouse, I'm handing over my power to them every time I click on their app and use their platform. I'm handing my individual power over to them to make money off of my time, off of my life. I am giving them voluntarily my power and saying, go make money off of me being on your platform. Go make yourself rich and powerful and be a control freak every time I give you time off of my life. So OG and La Farmer, y'all don't have any desire to give any shout outs to the boycott that I have launched. That's the other thing. Over all the months and months and months that I spent with each of these Negroes, they can probably count on one hand if they spent any time giving a shout out to the boycott that I had launched. I can't count the number of times I went into other spaces and shouted out their organizations. And people remember it. I know you do. If you're not going to lie about it. I can't count the number of times I went into other Twitter room spaces and gave a shout out to Talent New Negro Republic organization once it got launched. I did the same thing when ANDL got launched. But ask these two persons in support of the boycott that I have launched. And don't let them try to paint a narrative that we had already had our disagreement. Our disagreement did not take place until around August, I believe, August of 2023. We were spending 6 hours and 18 hours and 12 hours and almost 24 hours 2 or 3 or 4 times a week. And all of this took place around January of 2023. Because I got over here to Twitter around November of 2021. No, 2022. I had spent the first 10 months on Clubhouse of 2022. Then I went to fan base. I think I spent 2 to 4 months on fan base. But I think I got my dates a little bit messed up here. I may have only spent, 6 months on Clubhouse. Because I definitely remember being on Twitter by November. I'm going to go back and look at my DM messages to pinpoint it. But I may have my dates a little bit off, and I like to be factual. So I should have arrived on Twitter by November of 2022. Because I'm almost certain that this November of 2023 would be my year. So I had to have met La Farmer, Talent, and Aeon by no later than January of 2023. I had to have already met them by January of 2023. And we did not have a disagreement and part ways until around August of 2023. And I want you to ask each of them how many times did they shout out the boycott that I had launched in February of 2023. Ask each one of them why they spewing these lies out their mouth about my character and reputation. I want you to get each one of them and have a piece of paper in front of you and write down what they say or record it. Ask each of them, how many times did they shout out the boycott that I launched? How many times did they take the initiative to post any of the JPEGs that I made up for the boycott, 50 boycott groups and the national boycott group? How many times did they post it on a Twitter timeline for a week at a time, 2 days straight, 3 days straight? Ask each of them, did they ever do that? Ask them, did they repost and retweet or like any of my boycott JPEGs on a regular basis, because I see the notification, so I know. Ask each of them why they running around here painting this lying narrative about my reputation. Ask them frank, hard questions while you listening to their lies. I want you to have the backbone and the spine to ask each of them hard questions. While they sitting up lying about me, I want you to be able to stand there 10 toes down and ask each of them hard questions and see if they don't get caught in their own lies and half truths and false narratives. Because I have the receipts and the proof in my DMs of everything I have said out my mouth. I can back it up with receipts from my DM messages. I want them to be able to back up what's coming out of their mouth, because they have done an excellent job of running around here painting this lying narrative about me. And I'm fed up with it. The straw broke the camel back when La Farmer called me crazy. But I'm sure all of them have said that many a times out their mouth, and some of you have heard it. I'm not crazy. I just have a strong personality. I'm very self-confident. I'm very self-motivated. I stand on truth and honesty. I do critical evaluation of a person's character, traits, and how they present themselves to me. I spend a lot of time stepping back and evaluating how you present yourself. If you are fake, I'm not going to jump to that conclusion unless you give me reason to think that. And that is what took place between me and persons in the Negro space, the Negro Twitter space. Not the lies and the half-truths and false narrative that they've been telling all you folks. I have given a rundown of everything that took place, every detail by details. I'm sure I didn't repeat every detail down to the very, very letter, but I got it pretty darn close. And these folks are not going to think they're going to get away with painting this lying narrative about me. I don't know what planet they think they are on. I don't know who they have dealt with in the past. Miss Denise, Love I Am, Mr. Disruptor, who else? Black in Power, G Money, Miss Gazelle, Juan. That's another gentleman by the name of Kenya who be in the Be Jesus space. I haven't touched on that man. I have skipped over him, but I have been meaning to address him. I remember our encounter one time. It happened a couple months back. I raised my hand. It was only like 6 people in the room that day. It was kind of, I think it was early in the morning. I popped into the space and he was the host, and he was having an exchange with Mia. Because I see they space in the Twitter hallway, Kenya and Mia in the morning, or whatever that way of them labeling their title. That's the space I'm talking about. The one that you see in the Twitter hallway called Kenya and Mia. That's sorry, man. They were having an exchange. Mr. CEO and Mia and him was having a discussion, and it was 6 of us in the room. I sat in the audience for a little while. Finally, I raised my hand. And when I raised my hand and came off my microphone, he was very rude and disrespectful to me and said that I talked too long. I hadn't even had a chance to get many words out my mouth, but I didn't get upset. He said that before I even had a chance to complete my comments. So he had already made that assessment before I came in that room that morning. That was already inside of him. But I sat there on that stage and listened to what he said. I didn't get upset. I didn't snap. I didn't say anything. I just acknowledged what he had said. And I went on and tried to finish my comment. Then I sat there a little while longer, just a short while longer, and then raised my hand a second time. And do you know what he said to me? He said I couldn't speak because just rudely told me I couldn't speak. I hadn't done anything. I didn't get upset when he said what he had said initially to me. So he had already made up his mind that he wanted to disrespect me. Yes, he did. So Kenya, you can come to my Twitter space anytime you feel like it. Sorry, man. I didn't go off on you in your space that day. I'm attending to you now. I'm attending to you today. Pronto. I should have dealt with you months back. But I had other things on my mind. But I ain't never forgot what you did, man. I didn't do anything to you. I didn't yell at you. I didn't be disrespectful to you. But you came off of your microphone and you was absolutely disrespectful to me. Whether you were disrespectful to me because you had heard me in another space at some other time, because I know I had never had an exchange with you. So you had made that assessment. Because yes, I do have a tendency to be long-winded, but I'm not the only one. But I seem to be the only one that everybody wants to point out. I have sat in space months and months and months and months and heard other people be as long-winded as I am or longer. But I don't hear folks saying anything about it to them. They're very polite and respectful to them. But I'm constantly having it thrown in my face when I have sat in enough spaces. Now that I'm getting ready to hit the year mark, and I've heard several other persons be just as long-winded as Who Did You Boycott or longer. And they are not getting the flack that I am. But that's okay. I can take it. I can take it. I can own up to that reality, that fact that about myself, that I do have a tendency to get long-winded. Well, because I get long-winded, I have a tendency to sit there on the stage and let go before I raise my hand again. So if you've been observing, you should have noticed that. If you were being fair, I know I have done that. I know I have done that. If I come off the microphone the first time, I will sit there and count it. I will count 1, 2, 3, second or third time before I raise my hand again to try to keep it balanced. Because since folks claim that I'm so long-winded, I said I'm just going to sit here and be patient and let other persons go a second or third time before I raise my hand to try to make it balanced. But I don't see anyone observing that or taking note that I do that, because I know I have been doing that. But man, I want it to be very clear to you. Kany, Kenya. I think that's your avatar name. But just in case folks is confused about who I'm talking about that person who be in the Be Jesus room. $ Be Jesus. And he opened Mia. MIA. space MIA. The two of them have Twitter titles in the Twitter hallway regularly. You are the human being I'm talking about. But I'm going to close with this. Negroes, because I am not talking to African Americans, Black Americans, freedmen, ADOS, or FBA. If you care about your history of 246 years, you will claim your Negro history and legacy and sacrifice. If you care about all of that 246 years that was sacrificed before you took your first breath, if you care about all those hangings and lynchings and burnings and murders, if you care about all the achievements, all of the patents and the inventions, you will sit down and have a conversation with yourself and understand that once America changed our ethnicity and race to African American, Black American, they were committing a crime, a harm. They had no right to do that. From the very day that they did that, they committed additional harm to Negroes' descendants. And I would not be a party to my own demise. So if you persons who have this attachment to these terms, African American and Black American and freedmen, if America is successful at erasing and removing Negro from Google search engine, from the federal, state, and local level, you no longer will be able to brag about all the achievements and sacrifice that the ancestors made, because you will have helped America wash it down the drain. You won't be bragging about no patents and inventions either. It will be washed down the drain. And America will have successfully washed the blood off of their hands of their crime, and you would have helped them. You will have helped them, and you will have to accept accountability for it. Because each of us have a brain in our head, and we have the ability to use these platforms to send a message to America that we will not allow them to genocide our ethnicity and race, Negro. We will not allow them to do that. But folks are allowing them to do it. You are allowing them to do it. When you have 24 hours in a day to make it known and to express your voice. And if you are not doing that, and you are not sending a message to America 24 hours a day, you are letting America know that you're okay with them removing the term Negro. You are sending America and the rest of the world a clear message that you are okay with them genociding the term Negro and removing it off the face of the earth. So if you're not opening Twitter spaces and you are not using your social media platform, you are not using your voice when you're walking around in your community, when you're sitting at the kitchen table with your family members, if you're not using that time to express and fight for the term Negro, you are helping America erase it, to genocide it. And you're going to have to take ownership. And G Money and Black in Power and that person, that man named Trey, you folks who think you're famous about how y'all turned nigger into something popular, I want you to help folks understand how you're gonna save Negro. But I don't think you care about saving Negro, do you? You care more about saving nigger. You don't care about saving Negro. You care more about saving nigger. You like calling each other nigger this and nigger this, nigger this and nigger that, but you don't give a darn about Negro. America has placed all of you folks over on the African continent while you are protecting nigger, America has taken an ink and piece of paper and placed your existence over on the African continent in some racial group, imaginary racial group. So getting back to the topic at hand, if we as a collective do not boycott America, we will never see Special Field Order 15. We would never see One Red Dime. I have once again taken the initiative to try one last thing. I have set up a community group on my profile. So you don't have to join minds.com. You don't have to put your email address in the website. All you need to do is click my profile on Twitter and join the boycott group there. So once the numbers are gathered, we can implement an attack and force America once and for all to do the right thing. So if you care about getting Special Field Order 15 and IRS direct cash payment, click on my profile and join that community so we can start organizing ASAP, pronto, and to re-implement Special Field Order 15 and contact IRS for direct cash payments. So if you want to help get that accomplished, don't make no excuse for why you're not joining that community group that I have set up on my profile. I done tried 3 different platforms, 3 separate platforms to try to put my time and effort into doing my little part for this initiative, this valuable, powerful initiative. I have set it up. I have set this up on minds.com. The 50 boycott groups are still over there that folks can join. The national group is still over there. The boycott website, I'm going to let that in because I will not be paying out my pocket to extend it past the first year. I didn't have the money to pay for the first year, but I paid it. And I'm certainly going to let it cancel at the end of before May of 2024. I would not be giving GoDaddy any more money for that website. So I took the time a couple of days ago to set up a new community group on my Twitter profile to make it as simple as I could. So all folks need to do is click that link and join that community group. And then once the numbers get to a certain level, we can collectively decide how we're going to attack America and force America to pay the debt. It's just that simple. It's not complicated. It's not complicated at all, and it's not hard. Because we have the power of our phone, and we have the power in our hands. It's just that simple. OG, it's just that simple. La Farmer, it's just that simple. Talent, New Negro Republic, it's just that simple. Body Optometry, it's just that simple. The Negro, it's just that simple. Sage Dream, it's just that simple. Mr. Charles /ANDL, all you Negroes over there who's perpetrating this fraud of being all supportive and doing all this good work while painting this lying narrative about me. But you trotting around Twitter giving off this image that you're all goody-goody to. I'm here to clear the air. I'm here to set the record straight. I acknowledge each of you are very intelligent, hardworking, knowledgeable persons. I have acknowledged that many a times out my mouth, and I don't take back any of those words. But everything that I have stated on this audio is also true. It can be true that I will give you acknowledgement and give you credit for the research and the scholarship that you have shared with those on Twitter for the last last year that I have known you, at least the last 8 or 9 months that I have been interacting with you, that each of you deserve the acknowledgement that folks should acknowledge, because you definitely have scholarship and you do a lot of research and put in a lot of hard work and time to bring this information to the forefront. But that's separate from you folks is running around here painting a negative narrative about my character and trying to label me as crazy, trying to label me as difficult, trying to label me as not wanting to listen to feedback and suggestion. You're not going to do that. You're not going to do that. I'm not going to allow you to get away with that, because that's a lie. Because I have the receipts. And after each person listen to this audio and go back and listen to all the audios that I have uploaded to my podcast, any fair-minded person should make a critical evaluation who is lying. Because I have the facts. La Farmer, I have the facts. Talent New Negro Republic, I have the facts. Aeon/ANDL, I have the facts. This sorry human being even had the audacity to say that I was claiming to be by introvert because she was an introvert. This is how desperate these people are of their jealousy of me. They have a deep-rooted jealousy of me. I'm sure if they took a lie detector test or something that could prove this undercurrent jealousy that they have about me, it will reveal itself. I didn't even know it was there. I did not know it was there until Josh/Body Optometry did his space where they spent over 2 hours character assassinating me. I did not know they had this jealousy of me. But it reared its ugly head. It exposed itself. And they all got exposed of how much disdain they have for me, how much jealousy they have of me. And now they're running around here painting this narrative about me being crazy, about me being complaining or difficult or not, and wanting to cry about this and cry about... No, it's all lies. I have the facts. I know how this got started, and I know how it's ending. So if you can choose to believe the lies coming out of their mouth, if you want, because you probably are. A lot of you are going to believe and take their side because you're in their clique. Y'all in a clique club with each other. But someday you're going to answer for your lies. Each one of you are going to answer for the lies you have told on me. Because I know I have not told one iota lie on any of you. So I don't have anything to answer for. But each one of you are going to answer for every lie you have told on me. La Farmer, Talent New Negro Republic, Aeon/ANDL, Sage Dream 2, Body Optometry Josh, the Negro, the Mulatto, Val, Love I Am. All of you are going to be judged for the lie you told on me. And you know what those lies are. You are going to answer for those lies that you told on me. You're going to answer for every one of those lies that came out of your mouth about me. I'm not going to have to be judged for doing that about any of you, because I haven't done it. I can say that with a clear conscience. I will not get judged for lying on any one of you, because I have not done it, and I will not do it. But each of you, oh yes, you have a lot to answer for, because you each know how you have lied about me, how you have character assassinated my reputation and my character, and you're going to answer for that someday. Whether you think you are or not, you will. You will. It sure is what your name is on your birth certificate. You will answer for it. Just that simple. Just that simple. So I want to make it very clear to all you folks that's over there in the Negro space that is bragging about this and bragging about that and telling lies on me about this and telling lies on me about that. I got up this morning and I decided I was going to have a come to Jesus moment. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. I got up this morning and I decided that I was going to address each of you. I decided I was going to address each one of you Negroes, because you think you're going to get away scot-free trotting around here painting and lying on me, and you think you're going to get away with it and I'm not going to say anything? I don't know what planet you're on. I don't have a clue as to what planet you are living on, because you definitely is not living on Earth. But you're not going to walk around here. You're not going to trot around here and spread all these lies about my character and my reputation. You're not going to do that. You think you're going to have the ability to drown me out and try to shape this narrative about me? One thing I had made very clear if you didn't make that assessment on your own, I know who I am. I never try to pretend to be anything but who I am. That's why I seem to intimidate folks. I seem to bend folks out of shape. I seem to offend folks with my strong personality, because how I present myself, because I know who I am. My mother made that clear to me when I was young. So I give all that thanks to my mother for helping me to understand that at a very young age. That